Brad,
Yes.
Milwaukee kept coming back, yet every time they did, you held them off. What does that say about you two?
I have no idea, Bill. But we made shots. It's funny how you evaluate the game sometimes. I mean, it's easy to say that we were way better tonight or we were, but bottom line is we made some shots that we missed the other night. We did do a pretty good job moving the ball, and we answered the bell every time it got close. And I think that's a pretty good sign because it's hard sometimes when things tense up late. And, you go back a month and we lose this game at home because we didn't make those shots when it mattered and when things got tense, or we didn't get stopped when things got tense. And so I thought everybody made significant plays down the stretch that was in the game.
Coach, Brandon Bass and Jeff Green scored 19 of the 21 points in the third quarter. Where do you think you guys would have been tonight if they didn't have that kind of scoring performance?
It was really big. Jeff hit some tough shots. If I'm Milwaukee's coaches, I'd probably look at the film and say, we guarded them pretty well. They just had one of those nights where they made some tough ones. But Jeff certainly made tough plays over and over. And then Bass has been a rock for us. He's been a solid, dependable guy all year.
Brad, how much is Jared sort of emerging in that same role as a guy you can just sort of, or everybody can sort of band around?
Well, the interesting part is he scored it in the first half the other night, and then a little bit in the second half. But these guys are long guys down there, Udo and Henson. But those are hard guys to score isolated in the post, and he made some plays. The turnaround jump shot he hit was huge. But him touching the ball down there is good for our team. If you noticed in the fourth quarter, he touched it a couple of times. Doubles came, he handled it, he dribbled out of them, and he kicked it across the court. We got threes out of it off extra passes. We moved the ball side to side and inside out way better than we did on Saturday, and maybe that's a little bit of, the karma for why the shots went in.
Just talk a little bit about Jordan's fourth quarter. He's going to have the ball a lot and made shots.
Yeah, I mean, he's not scared of the moment. I was talking to Jay on the bench at that. They'd cut it to 2 or 3, and Jordan just came down and fired one right in front of the defender, and he's not scared of the moment. And that's a great quality. I'll never forget. Somebody asked earlier, maybe it was you, Bill, that asked that I seen him play before much, and they played Kansas State when he was at Xavier in one of the great all-time shootouts I've seen in person. To the point where you're getting ready for whoever wins, and you're just sick to your stomach. And if you remember, he hit a deep three. I think to send it in either to the second overtime or the first overtime, and it was like the magnitude of that shot I could not forget. And he's got, he has the ability to knock those shots down, and I think that's a good trait to have.
Brad, not being afraid of the moment might be something you could say about Jared Sullinger. You're up by 3 in that final minute. He's double teamed, he has nowhere to go, but he makes that fadeaway jump shot. What were your thoughts on that play?
Well, I was just thoroughly impressed with the coaching on that play. Got him the ball right where he wanted, did a triple Lindy and shot the ball, and it went in. He's a good player making a good play, and bailing out a bad coach.
Coach, we've seen Courtney Lee miss the last couple of games after he'd been in a really good rhythm before that. To see him come back and knock down the shots that he did, pretty critical times. Just talk a bit about what he gave you tonight.
He was huge because you talk again about the third, early fourth quarter. He kind of helped settle us down, and he made tough ones. He looked like he had an extra bounce in his step. He didn't make the trip with us so he could stay back and get better and do rehab, and also when you're only going to be gone for 18 hours or whatever we were gone, it didn't make much sense to take those guys with us, and he had a little more bounce in his step than maybe our guys did at that time, and we needed it.
And Coach, just last question for me. Do you pay attention at all to the standings as far as where you guys are, things of that nature?
I know, but it has no bearing on my life, literally none. what it is you can take a snapshot of where you stand versus the competition, but it has nothing to do with your preparation of the next opponent. It has nothing to do with getting better tomorrow. It just has what's happened. And, so yeah, I know, but I have no reason to know.